editor of the View Gadget. Previously, all events from gadgets within the View Gadget were sent through response, but there's a bit many now, and I'm going to divvy that up, and I'm going to start up here. Once I've got to having created the zones and the open menu, close button, add button, the show all, and the scale 1, then I'm going to say main zone set event response common response true. So anything that's presently in the main zone, the main zone and all its children will have events sent to common response. Now, the image zone and everything else are also the children of main zone, but down here, I shouldn't have stuck that right in the middle, that was silly. Anyway, down here, I'm going to sort of override that command at least as far as these other zones go. So for the image zone, I will say set event response image response true. So all the gadgets, the image zone and all of its sub-gadgets. And similarly down here with the array zone, array response and all of its children. And I don't think that the gadget itself needs to process any responses. It has its work method somewhere in all this, which the work method will deal with the scrolling and scaling, which is, I think, what would be in a response method for the gadget itself. So anyway, none of these are recognized. Common, image and array response are things I need, so I'll just get them on the go now. Function common response void event. What on earth is it now? It's GUI space event. I really don't like all this. I'm sure that's what it is. I can check right here. Yeah, GUI space event. And function image response e. And now, copy log here is just sitting in the middle of nowhere, and I'm pondering how to arrange these, all the functions that are going to be associated with it, with these things. Like, do I just want to stick the common things under common, image things under image, and array things under array, or is that just spacing things out too much? I think to begin with I will do that. I mean, this copy log is entirely to do with images. Response, that's the response for the pung thing. Update matrix show controls. Update matrix and show controls is common to all things. Update gadgets is also common to all things and is going to massively change, as is work get log, mind you, and load pung are specific to images. Just try and make this, I don't know, somehow ordered. Why isn't array response? Response. Okay. Update gadgets, show controls, work, finish draw, finish, resize and clean up. So I think these things which are like update, I think these things are going to stay at the end. Like, okay. I'm just going to build the response things for each. Boy, I don't actually, having the responses spaced out is maybe a really bad idea. But anyway, what comes to common response? Scale 1, show all, add button, open menu. Close button, close, add, show all, scale 1, open menu. 5 things. Is that what it was? Can never remember. Case, event kind. Menu, menu select, case, event kind, released on. Why is that a problem? Did I not call it kind? Kind. Select e origin case. What is it, like scale 1 is one of them, and case fit button is one of them, isn't it? What did I call it? I hate this sort of thing. Coming up with stupid names for things. Show all button, my goodness. And there's also the, well, there's the add button and there's the close button. And the close button is kind of the only thing I think that I take full responsibility for. Except it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, no, well, okay, fair enough. So, doesn't need to do anything in those two, but anyway. One thing at a time. Scale 1 button cannot be accessed without an instance. did I make this a function? Silly me. I think I'm going to have to put all of these things down below. I don't think I can have them interspersed among the response. I think I'm just going to have to put them down below. And make them, just get them into distinct blocks as much as I can. Like this is the beginning of the things down. Those bottom ones are kind of like technical. Technical. I don't know what I don't know why I'm saying technical. It's like they'd happen in loads of instances, not just view gadgets. The things above that are common to view gadgets. I don't know. And at the top it's just responses. We'll see how this goes. Anyway. So this and this should be, I should just be able to nab that, I think. And put it in there and just make it look okay. That is pretty much it. Update gadgets and update matrix. Okay. Now, I don't quite like what is it, data int or something that I use for I think yeah, just like you get the number of the menu item you've selected. I don't much like it. I'd rather fill in a string, but I haven't done that yet. Let me check. Where on earth do I use another menu? Yeah. So I need to look at what open menu items are. So latest load array. Basically it's that. So in common response. I'm guessing here, I better, I suppose, do another select origin. Case, open root, open menu. I mean, it's overkill, because I can't see myself putting another menu, and this is just the way I end up structuring these response methods, when they're going to deal with a few things. Another way to do this, is to put the origin on the outside, and then say, inside each, if, or select. Nest it in another order, but, well, this is the way I usually end up doing it. I don't know why. So we've actually got case 0, case 2, and case 3, and they are these things. It would be really so much better if I was getting a string out of this. In fact, I must think about it really soon. Really, really soon. So anyway, latest array. So, in the case of load image, I actually have load pung already. What do I do in here? So I do this. And I'm going to snip it out. And now output directory, is that a thing anymore? It should just be output. Right, no, it's coming. Output directory not found, but actually we just want output dir. And we want output dir there. And showing latest flag is false. Am I already? I am making sure that I'm thinking about show. Where is it? Showing latest. I'll just say showing latest. Okay, and then there is also latest. I might have to give this a bit of thought. For sure. I have to update this. Like maybe it actually might happen inside load pung, really. And similarly here. That load pung and load array can actually update these things now. Yeah. And I have to think about it. I have to look inside load pung and think about the way that logic happens so that the right things happen at the right time. And load pung should probably just update the gadgets as well. Really, this should just say load pung. This should be, yeah, either latest or this file name. It's a thing that has to happen. But now I have the image things here. So inside image response, yeah, there's not much. Save image and log button. Is that really it? Save image and log button. It really is it. Well, actually I'll just take the lot. And also I'll take material as well. Wang. So this is pretty much covered. Except it maybe doesn't make a lot of sense. It's got an enormous gap here. Okay, so this is now save image button. Save image button. And it just uses the output dir of the recursor. It must be using something like default image name, yeah. And again, it's just setting the output directory, doing this and that and the next thing. I still bothering with a copy logs flag? Look at all this stuff. God. Copy logs flag I am. Okay. And that does the same thing. So, like, that is just about it for common and image response. Array response be a bit more complicated. Oh, okay, I might have to come back to load pung. And I definitely have to come back to update gadgets, because I kind of think that what I want to do next oh me, what I want to do next is get into the array gadget and look at its response. Scale 1 and show all are kind of dealt with. Save image is not. Save array is not. Nor is file pause nor apply, nor the other new one I've added. Oh me. Apply settings, and then all these things are just common though. So there's apply settings and there's load array. Finished, all those things are common. So really, yeah, it's like apply settings and load array. There'll be some stuff to do with displaying the info as well, which I'll have to think about. But the load array and load pung methods need some work. They need to update the information that's stored inside the view gadget properly. And I wonder, this says open pung image, pung image, and that's not right. It should be something to do with an array. It's raining outside. I don't know if it's audible to me over the microphone. It's coming up for 4:20 in the morning on the 4th of March 2021. It's 4:18 in fact. And in fact I'm going to roll a cigarette because it's been already, it feels like a long morning. I'm inching through this. And I have to remind myself what the ultimate purpose of doing this is. And it has, one thing is that there's no reason not to be able to compare images and arrays side by side. The two things are doing virtually the same thing. And that's the main reason. And it'll clean up it'll actually, because of the way I'm structuring it now, it'll clean up. The ultimate gadget will be cleaner than the two individual gadgets. And yeah. And also it'll clean up the display of the main editor itself, because one of the buttons can go away and it can be just replaced with the render viewer. Which may get shifted to the other end of the Excuse me as I just roll a cigarette. So I'll just keep myself thinking about the very next thing I have to think about, which is getting the array parts in. And once the array parts are in and in order, I will look at the load and update gadget methods. Those are kind of essential. Because excuse me. Well, because they've got to, I'm thinking as I'm rolling here, they've got to, as I was just saying, update the information that is stored with that view gadget, the information that says what it's viewing and whether it's the latest of it. And that's fine. They're doing that already, they just have to do it in a more way. Okay. I'm going to smoke this and I'm going to plough on. I think that the way that I do this is I look here in array gadget, I see response, and I just take it all. What's up here above that is something boring. I take response, I take apply settings, I wish that the other thing I wanted wasn't down at the bottom, but never mind. This and this, I don't kill it because I want to put it in here. Why is apply settings way out there? Oh, I know why. Okay. Now, the other thing that I want is load array. And it can go in here under apply settings. Let me have a little look at how this is shaping up. It's not too bad. So I think probably I should take load array and move it just to the above apply settings. Just because where's load pung? Yeah, okay. And I'll take load pung, everything is getting upset because I'm just, and I'll move it to just above copy log. Because that load array and load pung kind of mark the top of I don't know, the top of the specific functions, and then there's all the other common ones at the bottom. But anyway, it doesn't make a load of sense. the main thing I want to look at is array response, because this that follows it is the thing from array, the array gadget. So the array response is changed a little bit. First off, it's select e kind. What did I start off with? Oh, yeah, it's e kind I did first. I wish that would go away. And image response it is, but here, yeah, menu select then origin, okay. E kind. Is event kind. I can't remember what sort of thing's in here. It's like the array response. Where is, like, yeah, there are a couple of menus. Say the save menu and the view menu. There's the info button, the pause button, the file position button, info button, case, pause button, case, file position button, case, apply button. Yeah, apply file position info button, and the two menus. And the menus are the save menu and the view menu. What is the problem? Oh, that kind of problem. Fair problem. Now, first off, I see I have load array, which I'm going to snip from there, and it belongs up in common in load array. Is that showing latest? And so I'm saying the array directory is different to the actual directory. Do I say that here? Is that up here? I kind of would hope not, but it might be. Yeah, I don't think it is. I wonder if it should just be output directory as well. Don't suppose it matters. Anyway. Similarly, this needs to be inside load array, but one thing at a time. Now I have open latest array. That also can be snipped out and go into its correct place. And again, needs to be cleaned up. Now bit by bit this is diminishing. The slider no longer exists anyway. settings. I think that's pretty redundant. In fact, I'm certain it is. These things, you know, if I do the logic right, these things will never be visible. Even how much safety do I build in? Because I could build it into apply settings as well. I'm taking out, for God's sakes. I'll put it in apply settings if anywhere. This comes here. That's that done. And this just doesn't happen. Now, the save menu has save array and save image in it. Show all in scale 1 are already dealt with. The menus, the save menu. Select E data int. Case 0. I think it's just case 0 and case 1 in both. Oh, what a long-winded way to do that. So, I'll just check. Okay. The save menu is save image. And the view menu. Save image and save array. I will sort this, it's too annoying. It would be just... Anyway, I know how... They're just better ways. So, save image and save array is this and this. And that is it. And it goes away. And this is save image. And it's worked slightly differently to the normal save image, so gets its own thing. It's all that debug stuff, it's not really necessary now. In fact, it probably means that yeah, I do still have pics, okay, right, anyway. So, for now, I will do something like that. Okay. So that is, I think, all of the array response. Eaten. 40 minutes. So now what I've come down to is a couple of, these will expand a bit as I have info stuff to show for the arrays, but I got a couple of functions for each type of view and the common ones, which work the same either way. Update gadgets will get a refresh. But that's a big chunk of it. It's a really huge chunk, to be fair. And I'll work on the two load methods so that they really, the two load methods and the update gadgets method, the combination of these three things, I will fix them so that they really keep this gadget under control, because it's gotten big, but they'll do it using what? Using this, and I will make them do that next time.